There we go.
Let's
Currently,
go.
currently we're looking at the perspective of Order of Merlin. We'll be having Argonauts from a Seeker perspective, and then on the other side of the field, we'll be having the perspective from Shippotail, Parvish, and Mungoose. So we'll still be starting on Shippo for this over on Half Giants. Taking a look, snitch gameplay, whoever finds that first gets that first 5%. So it's definitely important to try and make sure that you find it. We see right there, Shippo was able to find it on their side, and in the background, Lucas was able to get a score. That's currently already a 10-point lead for Order of Merlin. Switching perspectives real quick, we're going to be seeing over on Order of Merlin. We see Lucas right now as far as the Chaser gameplay. He just scored the first goal, and going into this, he's trying to take possession back already. A little bit of protection right there, trying to play a little bit defensive Chaser. Definitely as a hit or miss as far as what people enjoy on that perspective. Switching over real quick to the Half Giants, we see Parvish perspective on Chaser, currently with possession of the Quaffle. A pass downfield instantly gets stolen though. And we see up in the top right corner, Argonauts did kill Shippotail, so that is currently Argonauts being in the lead right now on the snitch gameplay. Shippo lost the 10% from dying there.
That's pretty much what I expected, and I hope that he's gonna keep that up and double snitch for me since my prediction is pretty good.
A great one-timer setup there from Lucas real quick, making it 20-0 right now as far as Order of Merlin in the lead. They're losing a little bit on the snitch gameplay, but they're definitely making sure that they're trying to keep up as far as the Quaffle. Switching over, giving the beaters a little bit of love right now. Taking a look at Mungoose, trying to make sure that he knocks down Argonauts. Currently, Shippo already fell once. They want to make sure it doesn't happen again. 30-point difference right now. Right now, we're seeing that snitch insurance coming from Order of Merlin. They made sure that no matter how the snitch goes, the game's going to be even, but they're still leading in the snitch, and they want to make their lead that far ahead. Switching over back to Order of Merlin right now, we see Secret gameplay coming from Argonauts, getting really close right there as far as getting bumped. We've seen as that came, it could lead to a chain tackle or some more detrimental aspects. So he's trying to survive, trying to make sure he keeps his lead right there. There we go. We see our first goal coming from the Half Giants right now, currently making a 30-10 lead of Order of Merlin right now. Switching to the other Seeker perspective, we see right now Shippo is trying to dodge. He's staying behind a little bit right now, still getting that snitch meter. It's still really close and could go anyone's game. It's currently 4 minutes and 25 seconds into this match. Great bump there from Argonauts as we see getting really close right now. It still steals the percentage, even though Argonauts is behind or is in the lead as far as the snitch gameplay goes. It still is making a detriment to Shippo, and his health is currently low. He's down to 6 right now. That could very easily turn into 0 after there's one tackle from a chaser that's down to 4. A single beater tackle right now could finish him off right now. We do see Argonauts fall. Mungoose was able to get the tackle right there and able to finish him out. Currently 10:30. Both are close on the snitch. It's anyone's game right now. There we go. We see Mungoose take out the enemy's beater, trying to keep Shippo alive a little bit longer by taking out the beater's perspective. Switching back
I think
over.
Argonauts is in a bit of a lead right here, and if they catch, then they're on 30-30, and that's gonna win them the game. Or at least, never mind. It's gonna draw the game.
There you go. We currently see right now Lucas was able to make another goal right there. So that's Order of Merlin currently 40-10. A small difference right there, but the snitch insurance is there. Switching over to Shippo's perspective, he did just get whaled with a bludger right there, taking off a small percentage, but he is getting really close. It's still anyone's game as far as the snitch goes. Shippo knows that they need this catch right here to make sure that they guarantee it. We see right now Warbeard in the top right took out Argonauts. That's a massive 10% deficit right now, giving Shippo the lead that he needs to be able to catch this. Lucas with another point right there. That's his plat medal, I believe. Lucas has been scoring time after time all of these. That's 5 goals right now from their side. Shippo's really close, 4 health right now, but at 100% snitch meter. He needs to be able to play his life here. He needs to be able to stay alive and get this catch. These bludgers sending him at him are giving him a speed boost that is ultimately going to help him catch if he's able to get it on this straightaway.
Argonauts need to get some bumps in here, otherwise he's gonna... Yes, exactly. And now he can catch.
It was a great bump. Right now, I think we're seeing Argonauts at 100%. We also see right there, great bumps, great avoiding all of these chasers coming at them, and Argonauts being able to get that. We'll take a look, see who gets first look at the second snitch real quick. There we go. Shippo's perspective went gray on me. Over to Lucas right now in the Quaffle gameplay. Another great goal there. Lucas has been putting up shot after shot right now in the Chaser gameplay, really dominating the Quaffle here. Taking a look another Chaser perspective over on the Half Giant, seeing how they're trying to combat this. We see Parvish going into the net right now. As far as Quaffle is going up, the passes were coming aside. Although it's getting stolen again. We've seen Lucas there with another great steal. Switching back over as he gets the incoming pass. A great intercept from Mystic Rune there. There we go. A nice little pass play right there. Wasn't able to get the goal. Keeper was able to do a good job saving it there. Seeing the beater's perspective real quick. Switching back over. Half Giants. We see he's just trying to play the Quaffle game right now. They know that they're losing the Quaffle gameplay, so he's trying to cause these fumbles, trying to stop these goals from going through, and trying to stop Lucas ultimately from making it a 100-point difference to end the game.
It's going to be pretty rough to come back here, though. Even if you catch a snitch, you have to really, really pressure the Chaser game, and I don't think it's even possible in 1 minute, but maybe they surprise me.
There we go. We've seen Mystic Rune right there as far as going into that. Able to get another score, 20-90. 40 seconds left right now. The snitch is pretty close right now, but it is favoring Argonauts. There we go. We currently see right now getting still really close. Quaffle gameplay is still being scored on right now. Keeper was able to save a couple goals, but the amount of shots that they're taking on to Beesman is just letting them through. Switching over real quick, seeing Lucas' perspective right now. He did get a nice one-timer setup, was ready to try and finish it out, but the keeper was able to save it right there. Still getting really close again. Switching back to Snitch gameplay. It's currently 14 seconds left on the match. The Snitch isn't going to change the outcome for them, but Shippo does get the catch there, making it a 50-90 difference. This first game is going to go to Order of Merlin.
Catch is big actually, because what if they're in the wild card slot, you know? Then all the points matter.
Yeah, the point differential definitely does matter, and while it didn't change how this match went as far as winning for the series, it definitely helps them in the long run as far as the points scored on them.
So I'm just gonna say that the beater gameplay of Half Giants really surprised me here. I think he took out Argonauts left and right the first snitch, and they almost managed to catch. I think he was 100% for like 20 seconds. He just couldn't get close enough to catch it, but I think I see the potential for double snitch on Half Giants here actually now, which I didn't expect it before the match.
Kind of for like a post-game analysis, Jay Muller, what do you think of how that matchup went?
I think Luke locked in and nothing else mattered.
Yeah, Lucas was definitely probably the MVP there on Chaser gameplay. He did get the plat medal there. He scored 5 of the goals right there, and out of that 90 points, 30 of that was a snitch, and so that brings down to 60. So that means that 5 out of the 6 of the goals, Lucas had scored. Tux, if you're taking a
there.
I say, Tux, if you're looking into this, what are you going to be changing to make sure that that doesn't happen again if you're on the side of Half Giants?
I would secure the snitch catch. After seeing that match, I see that they definitely can double snitch, and that would have won the game here. But yeah, it's just securing the snitch at the end, positioning yourself right in order to catch it. Because he just overthrows sometimes. Like he went too far in, and then he couldn't catch the snitch anymore. Then he got tackled a bit and ultimately lost the first snitch. So I would watch for the positioning of the Seeker if you're 100%. And other than that, I would maybe play more defensive and just secure the double snitch and try to win by that.
And do you feel that that's more of a Seeker Shippo needs to try and lock in a little bit harder, or do you think his other players need to kind of get involved?
I mean, he wasn't 100%. The 1% is not the problem there. He gets the second one, so he definitely can. It was just the positioning on the first one, and then maybe the defense play from the chases in order to not get scored on that often by Loki.
And we did
Felt
see
like he was struggling. I felt like he was struggling to really finish the snitch off.
Yes.
Yeah, we've
He
seen Argonauts
mispositioned
did fall a
himself on
couple
the points.
times. As far as that Quaffle gameplay, though, we definitely seen as far as Warbeard, Parvish, and Mystic Rune, they were definitely trying, and they were able to score a couple, but the Quaffle gameplay was definitely detrimental. We were able to see Lucas get that snitch insurance before the first snitch even happened, and so no matter how that snitch went, they were still losing that Quaffle gameplay. Do you feel that was
Before it was
more?
like 50% even.
Yeah, it was very
It was really quick.
one-sided. Yeah. Do you feel that that's more of the chasers as far as needing to perform better on keeping the quaffle right now, as far as keeping it away from their keeper, or do you think the keeper just kind of needs to lock in a little bit more on their side?
No,
Maybe
I think
both.
Beesman did fine, honestly. I think the chasers kind of have to play more defensive and play like kind of like drifty around the tackles and stuff. Instead of just like going for it and just missing, whiffing.
I think their defense was better after they had the 90 goals. And I think, yeah, if they just keep that up, like the way they played at the very end, then I think their defense is definitely better then.
Yeah, we see both teams right now getting ready to queue up again. They're probably having a little bit of a pep talk as far as half giants, making sure that they're trying to hammer down some of these things so that way they don't have another repeat of what just happened there. And then also, Order of Merlin's probably talking to themselves about what went well and trying to make sure that they hammer down and refine it so that way they have a bigger lead and don't lose the snitch like they did that second one.
I mean, let's talk about that first snitch, right? Because uh, Argo killed Shippo pretty quickly, and then Shippo brought it back. He was up at one point after a death, and then I'm pretty sure Argo died a second time, and Shippo died as well. And
Yeah,
then
but
Shippo was in the lead, like for two
but
straights at the end.
but Shippo was at 100% at the end. It was more of the finishing the catch that
Yeah, definitely
struggled.
about finishing the catch, just getting close enough, positioning well.
I think you
If
shouldn't
he
go
does
into
that,
the
like I think it's much closer than what it was.
I think we saw it like 2 times that he went in the hoops or behind the hoops to follow the snitch and try to catch there, and then just it just turned around and he overshot basically. So I would just maybe wait in the mid and then just secure the snitch there.
So if you're the captain right now of the half giants, what are you going to be telling your team? Are you going to try and make any substitutions or any switches there, or are you just going to hammer down a little bit harder on communication?
Wouldn't even make switches. I would just maybe tackle more one-timers. I saw some setups from Order of Merlin here that went in. If they focus on more tackles with the one-timers from the chaser side, and then the positioning from Shippo and the snitch, and then they can definitely win if they want.
And if I'm Mungoose right now, I'm definitely thinking I need to hammer down Lucas. Like we seen right there as it started going into the later game, Mungoose was affecting the Quaffle gameplay. They were able to turn down and kill Argonauts a couple times, but the focus on the Seeker compared to the Quaffle probably needs to be adjusted a little bit going into this. They know that Shippo can hit that 100%. They know that they can kill Argonauts, and it's just a timing game. They need to make sure that they're killing Argonauts at the right time to allow Shippo to maintain a lead. And they make sure that they're also focusing on shutting down the Quaffle a little bit. If Lucas is being as dominant as he was the first match, this could very easily have that snitch insurance again by nearly 50%.
Yes, I think the pressure on the Seeker wasn't the problem here. I think it was more the survivability of the Seeker itself.
Yeah, and as that survivability without needing as much of that pressure, Mungoose should
Yeah.
probably take a look at that and be like, okay, this frees me up a little bit to focus more on the Quaffle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Jay Mahler, from a beater perspective, what do you kind of say about that regarding Mungoose as far as the spread, as far as going from Seeker to Quaffle?
That much perspective on him, that game. From just like in general, if the enemy chasers are doing better than your chasers, probably just play blue side more often, and like that sets you up in better positions.
Very nice. And I know we are looking right now. Both teams are still readied up. They're getting ready to Q snipe each other again. So we're just waiting on that for those who had tuned in. We are currently looking right now at Order of Merlin being up 1-0 in the best of 3 series so far. This still could be anyone's game. Definitely was pretty close as far as both snitches went, and the snitches were going to determine the outcome of the game as far as that goes. So we'll just take a quick moment here and wait for these teams to kind of queue up, In that time, I'll go ahead and put the music up a little bit. You guys get your popcorns out, get some water, and we'll be back the moment that this matchup gets into the second game. All right, that was a very short intermission, everybody, but they are back in their match already. So we're going to be going ahead and switching right into this perspective. There we go. All right, we are seeing the teams going into the snowy Durmstrang map for this match 2. There we go, and straight from a beater perspective on Mongoose, we see how he's going to be trying to see an effect of this very first part. We're going to see if he focuses that Quaffle gameplay, because we see Lucas right there, early Quaffle, able to get an easy 10-0 in the first 10 seconds. Very nicely played on his part. We're hoping that he gets shut down if we're looking at the Half Giants perspective, but definitely if you're Order of Merlin, they're just passing the Quaffle to Lucas because they know that he's been able to score here.
And we have a switch in Seeker here. I think they switched Vic for Argonauts for Vic on the Order of Merlin side.
Yeah, switching over the Order of Merlins, we do see the lineup currently. We do see, as far as it goes, they have Vic currently instead of Argonauts. Not entirely sure what happened there if they're trying to get a little bit spread out gameplay right there, but we also are looking at 20-0 already. The snitch insurance is almost there for this team.
Yeah, they're just starting off like last round pretty much and pretty dominant on Chaser game. Yeah, and if they don't get the defense right here from the Half Giants, then they might as well just gonna lose again by Snitch Insurance.
Yeah, there we go. They do have the snitch insurance. Switching back over to the Seeker gameplay real quick. We do see right now, as far as this goes, it is pretty close right now. There is a little bit more lead though at Order of Merlin. We do see, as far as any little bump or tackle can still change this, so it's definitely too early to call. But definitely we see right there a great bump from Shippo, and he's trying to stay alive right now. Switching over to try and see Lucas as they are going up into the Quaffle gameplay once again. Switching to his perspective, he's playing a little bit more defensively. He's waiting for these kicks, waiting for it to come back so he's able to take that early possession. Doing really well as far as that goes. Right there we see he was able to get the steal right off of the keeper kick. And there he goes again with another great goal. Switching over real quick, we see this Lucas, a perfect steal off keeper, and right into dodging the keeper and into that top hoop right there. Very well played.
I would say when I look at Luki's way of scoring, he is having like a similar approach that Johnny had in terms of scoring. He's just very fast left, right, and then dodge at one point.
There we go. We see Mystic Rune with a first score right now for the Half Giants. Switching to the Half Giants, we see Mongoose from perspective right now. Vic is low, and Mongoose is right now hunting him down, trying to make sure that he's able to get this kill to confirm that 10%. It's still really close as far as Seeker gameplay, and they need this in order to confirm and finish off this Seeker. We do see Vic
Feels like we're
does get the
looking
heal.
at game 1 again, because it was 40-0, and then Mystic Rune got a goal, and then the Seekers were low.
Yes.
Like the exact same thing happened in game 1.
Exact same sort of
So
situation.
hopefully Shippo can lock in here.
Speaking of Shippo, we do see right now, from Shippo's perspective, he is low. He's at 4 health right now. He is starting to heal, and he will be able to start healing faster, but he is behind right now as far as the snitch goes.
And if they catch here, it's similar to the last game where there's almost no chance of coming back if they don't really step up on the Chaser game.
There was a good bump there, but he was able to get tackled by the keeper. He's down to 1 HP, and he wasn't able to catch up enough. Vic was able to get that first goal there. Very well played. Switching
This
over.
is basically just the last round, and now with the same problem that we had last round, they need all of these scores, and that's going to be very, very tough.
Definitely is something that we're seeing not enough adapting from the half giants. They needed to be able to adapt and make some changes, but it's running the same way even with a different seeker. Switching over real quick to see, we're watching Lucas with that one-timer setup, able to take possession of the Squaffle, going back into it. A nice pass to his teammate. They didn't have the one-timer set up yet, but they are able to score on their own. Quick Solstice right there, able to make it an 80-10, 70-point lead with 3 minutes in the match. Switching over to Mongoose perspective over on the beater, he's definitely just trying to tackle some of the chasers right now, trying to interrupt them. Maybe playing a little bit too hard on some of the non-focuses right now, like taking a look at that bludger throw at the beater. It's kind of an unproductive bludger throw. Lucas was able to get another score there, and it's currently an 80-point difference right now with the Order of Merlin leading.
Right now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see a real way of the half giants going back from this. There's just too much of a difference, and yeah, even though they get this goal in here, they have to catch Snitch and score very, very much. And if the Order of Merlin just gonna play defensive here, they just gonna win that.
We do see right off keeper kick again. Lucas is able to take possession of there. This is kind of a lot of passing lanes kind of being not covered right now. Lucas is able to easily get the Quaffle, either keep or kicking it. We do see it right there. It gets stolen. Switching over to real quick secret gameplay as this is going. We see Shippo hit the 50% mark. Still behind a little bit on the snitch gameplay. Vic might be able to get this for a second snitch. But taking a look back at Lucas, currently that Quaffle gameplay is still adding that pressure to Beesman. He's doing really good on keeper, blocking goals. But the amount of times that they're able to try and score on him is the issue here.
Just how many opportunities they're getting. Like it's really tough on Beesman because
Yeah.
it's just constant, like over and over.
Yeah, they're pretty dominant mid game. It's pretty hard for the half giants to even get a setup in front of the enemy goal. So yeah.
We do see Vix falls in the top right there, so he is down. Lucas could very well end the game here as it's currently 90 points. All they need is one more score on the Quaffle gameplay, and there it is, 100-20. Shippo wasn't able to get enough time to catch that snitch, and they do end the game there, winning out the series 2-0. That last game with an 80-point difference, the last game with about, I think it was 20-point difference after the snitch catch.
Luke got
or-
10 goals in 2 games.
10 goals in 2 games. This man popped off.
That's crazy.
He was doing
Yeah.
very well.